Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is that great time of the year for the NBA where the All-Star game is over, All-Star weekend is over, and now they're going to concentrate on trying to make the playoffs. They got these last 20 to 23 games of the year where you either ball out or you're going to fall out. When you know it's that time of the year, it's usually right after the All-Star game. After the All-Star game weekend. And this year's All-Star game weekend, it was pretty bad. I think this was probably one of the worst All-Star weekends that I can remember. And the weekend started off bad. You're saying, how did the weekend start off bad? It started off bad with the celebrity game. You had a NBA All-Star weekend celebrity game, and like more than half those celebrities I never heard of. And I'm not Mr. Know who everybody is, and I don't claim to know who all these people are, but a lot of them folks, I'm like, man, I'm calling people like, who's that? I don't know. So it's supposed to be a celebrity game. What happened to Kevin Hart? What happened to Common? What happened to all these people? I mean, with this All-Star celebrity game, I recognize Janelle Monáe. I mean, she don't even play basketball, don't even know the rules. You had DK Metcalf. I mean, dude is like the ultimate athlete. And then you had Guillermo. Guillermo? Not Jimmy Kimmel, but Guillermo. You couldn't even get Jimmy Kimmel. We got to settle for Guillermo. So you got Guillermo playing basketball? Come on. Oh, no. After a pretty crappy celebrity basketball game, now it's time for the skills competition, the three-point and the dunk contest. This all happens on Saturday. So on Friday, you have the celebrity game, and now Saturday, it's supposed to be the skills, the dunk, and the three-point. Well, let's start off with the three-point. The three-point competition, it was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. Damian Lillard won the three-point competition. Good. No complaints there. So now it's the skills challenge. So the skills challenge, you had Team Utah, you had the rookies, and then you had Team Giannis Antetokounmpo. You have the Antetokounmpo brothers with Jrue Holiday. And now they didn't even score any points in the skills competition. They went over. They had a big ass goose egg. So, I mean, come on, man. That's just terrible. You can't get nothing. They couldn't shoot. They couldn't dribble. They couldn't pass. But then again, with the whole format for the NBA All-Star skills competition, who knows what it's going to be? Every year, something different. You know what I mean? This year, they had you throwing a basketball through these moving targets, like, I don't know what it was. And I mean, every year is something different. So you really can't make a strategy up for what you're going to be doing because you don't know what the hell you're going to be doing. I mean, come on, just keep it real simple. I mean, with the three-point shooting, you know you're going to be shooting three-pointers. They've done a few different little things, but the skills competition, I mean, who knows what you're going to be doing, man? It's like going to the fair. You're shooting a basket and whatever, you're doing all kind of weird stuff. Who knows? It changes every year. They try to make it better and they make it worse. But it was really bad for the Antetokounmpo crew with Jrue Holiday. I mean, I think Jrue Holiday just should have took his own brothers and started their own crew and said, you know what, I'm not even going to mess with the Antetokounmpo crew. We're going to have the Jrue Holiday crew. You said the Holiday brothers. He got two other brothers in the NBA, so they all should have been in there doing their thing, going against the Antetokounmpo crew. Because, man, without Giannis, they was looking pretty bad. So now we have the slam dunk competition. If it wouldn't have been for Mac McClung, it would have been another horrific slam dunk contest. Because some other dudes, they wasn't doing nothing. They was doing absolutely nothing. It was just disappointing, man, watching these slam dunk. Mac McClung, he saved the whole All-Star weekend because, you know, the game was pretty shitty. This was the worst basketball game I've seen in a while. These guys go harder in practice than what they did during this All-Star game. They go harder at the Drew League than what they did at this All-Star game. It was just bad. They go harder at Rico Hines runs than they did at this All-Star game. And you got millions of people watching. Man, this was just downright awful. Awful. You got to do something. I don't know what it's going to take to get these dudes to halfway play, but you should have at least a little bit sense of pride, a little pride in what you do. I mean, check out what Kobe Bryant had to say about the All-Star game.
I think the All-Star game in general needs a little revamping because it used to be competitive.
Yeah.
It used to be competitive, and fans want to see the best pickup game in the world. That's what this is. They don't want to see you running up and down and dunking and doing all this crazy. They want to see what happens when you get this collection of best basketball players on the planet, and they play and they go head up against each other.
Man,
I mean, you guys play harder at a pickup game in UCLA.
Look, I agree with Kobe 100%. And they also need to do some things with the slam dunk contest, because what Jericho Sims from the Knicks did, that was terrible, man. That was terrible. But was it the worst moment in NBA slam dunk history? No. Remember Michael Finley? Michael Finley, man, that is the worst moment in NBA slam dunk history. The cartwheel dunk. I mean, come on, a cartwheel dunk? A cartwheel dunk. So the All-Star game does mean a little something, but this All-Star game was just so hard to watch, and I should have known it from the very first seconds, because the game starts off and Giannis Antetokounmpo just grabs somebody. No, I take it back. Roll it back. They let him score a basket, and then he grabs somebody, he fouls, and he leaves the game. My thing is this: if you can't play in an All-Star game, then don't. You just should have let somebody else have that spot. Let LaMelo Ball have it. You think LaMelo would have brought something? LaMelo Ball should have been in an All-Star game. And this whole picking the team right before the game, that was kind of weak too. I mean, they should have done this like weeks ago. So when you come into town, now maybe you could practice and maybe, I know it's an All-Star game, but get some practice in so the game doesn't look so shitty and crappy. I mean, the game was bad. Jason Tatum ended up winning the MVP of the game. The MVP of what? Probably the worst basketball games I've seen in a long time. Well, I'd rather go watch the Globetrotters. Man, the Globetrotters against the Washington Generals is a better game than this. I remember last year they were double teaming Steph Curry, wouldn't let him score. But they just let Jason Tatum run around and get a bunch of practice shots. And I mean, man, you got to do better than that. You got to do better than that, NBA. I mean, after all, I look forward, or used to look forward, to this every year. I'd be like, damn, here it is, NBA All-Star Weekend. I get all excited and actually barbecue and get everything going. But then you just pull off this dud. It was a straight dud. So you got to do better next year. Next year is going to be in Indiana. Indiana, okay. We'll try to do better in Indiana. Give me some better celebrities. Give me Denzel Washington. Give me Chris Tucker. Give me Kevin Hart. Give me somebody. Just give me Common. Who's from Indiana? Give me Mike Epps. Mike Epps is from Indiana. So I expect to see a better celebrity showing next year for the NBA All-Star Game.